Hey guys, welcome back to the Community Cares Podcast. I'm Dave. I'm the Executive Director here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
And I'm Chaplain Chaz Blackburn, and I have the honor of being the President of Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. And we have a really fun guest today. I always enjoy when you're on the show because it's always a good time. I always have a lot of laughs. Here's some fun stuff. So without further ado, we'd like to introduce the amazing guest. Wes Duncan, Spark City attorney. I thought you were going to jump in there and introduce yourself.
Well, I don't usually get that I'm fun, so I was so shocked.
Spark City attorney, fun.
Attorneys are not usually fun, so thanks, guys. It means a lot.
You always have good stories about basketball and all sorts of stuff.
Oh, we really appreciate you making time and being here.
Good to be with you.
You know what's neat is that not every elected is approachable. And that's one thing I really value about you, is you're always approachable and easy to talk to, and that's not always the case. So thank you.
I appreciate it. You know, we did recently we kind of retooled our values at our office, and one of we remember our values in three ways. We have people first, initiative, and excellence, and the acronym is PIE. Right? And so it's like, hey, we got to get into that pie. But the people first thing. So I appreciate that. We really try to be able to be accessible as an office and me as well. So always happy.
That's a hard balance, I'm sure, but it is the people first. That's who you serve, and so it's good to have that.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, if this is your first episode that you're seeing of the Community Cares Podcast, we are a weekly podcast. We have about around 1,000 people that like to watch and listen to us. So thank you for being one of those people that is here and listening and being a part of it. Now, if you'd like to hear it somewhere else than where you're hearing it now, we are on Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcasts. But the live portion is on Facebook. So if you want to jump in on the comments, feel free to do so. We'd love to have you comment and tell us what you're thinking of the show, if you have questions, those kinds of things. But without you guys listening, there is no Community Cares Podcast. There is no Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet without you. So thank you guys for your support. It means the world to us.
Yeah, we definitely wouldn't be able to do it without viewers and listeners like you. Sabrina Sweet was on from Washoe County Cares Campus. Last week we had like 4,900 viewers on Facebook, and then so we're definitely growing. So if you can't donate financially or volunteer your time, just sharing this Facebook post and this podcast, it makes a huge difference for awareness, and you're a big part of our mission. So thank you so much.
Yeah, maybe you can talk to Chaz about I don't know, his clothes or something. Your coat. I like your coat. It's fine.
What are you making fun of my clothes for?
I'm not. I'm just suggesting other people can mention things. I didn't say anything.
You're so mean to me. Don't you jump in on this. I can't take
He's
it.
thinking. He's thinking.
He's got like a dad joke. I know.
I see it. No, definitely. We don't exist without you guys. So thank you so much. We're gonna jump into our event segment.
I like your sweater, by the way.
Mine?
Yeah.
This is a sweatshirt, sir.
Your hooded sweater.
This is a sweatshirt. Sweatshirts and sweaters are different.
I'm sorry to get the technical term. Okay.
Hooded
sweatshirt.
I
just complimented you, and you like bagging on my grammar.
I know. I'm sorry. My wife has corrected me, and many of the volunteers who are ladies here have corrected me.
Okay.
Because I used to say sweater.
Gotcha.
This is a sweatshirt, and the difference is the material.
You know what I miss is sweater vests.
My kids call them hoodies.
Hoodies. There you go.
They're hoodies.
They're hoodies.
Right.
It's a hoodie.
Well, thank you. I hope you like this, and you can purchase swag like this at our upcoming events that we are going to be having. We have our Wine and Dine event coming up in a couple months. Engine 8 Winery is doing it for us, and they're donating the room. They're being so generous to us, and without them, we wouldn't be able to do this fundraiser, and it's going to be fun. There's going to be wine and specialty pizza, which is delicious there. I know I met you at Engine 8 Winery.
Oh, really?
That's where we were at a meeting, a networking meeting, and
awesome.
He was the speaker, and yeah, that's where we met, and it was Engine 8 Winery. Great local people, great local wine. It's really good if you like wine.
Rob said wine and dine, !
That's right. It's going to be a fun event, and we're really excited. So please get your tickets. They are limited. We are limited to 50 tickets for the entire event. Tickets are $88. That was Chaz's idea, not mine. And
888.
88 for Engine 8. Yeah, I like it. And without your support, without you coming to those events, I mean, because we don't sell any of the clothing. This is all free to the community. So without people supporting these events and supporting us financially, there is no Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
I just walked Connie McMullen out, who owns Senior Spectrum, and she was dropping off some Senior Spectrum magazines, and I was explaining to her, we don't charge for the clothes. She says, "You don't what?" She said, "Are you serious?" I had no idea. I said, "When you donate to us, we literally donate it right back to the community in a dignified way, where they can come and shop or go to our micro closet partners, and so your donation is going to good use."
Yeah, I always have to re-explain that to people over and over again when I give tours, because they start like almost. I don't want to say people argue with me when I explain it, but it almost feels like it's so unreal, right? Oh, you sell some and then you give away some? Nope. Wait. But what do you do? How do you fund it? People like you that support us. That's how we're able to stay open.
Even Jennifer Rose at the Radiothon, she was like, "Can I start? Oh, can I shop? Can I grab a few of these items?" I was like, "No, we don't sell them. We give them away to our clients." So.
Yeah, they're clients in need. Yeah. So, which I mean, over 800 people here in the store that we support every month here in the city of Sparks. And the city of Sparks is a pretty great place, and we're glad to be here. So thank you for being a representative of the city of Sparks and being here, Wes. So the first event we want to highlight, I guess we already highlighted one, huh? The second event we want to highlight is the public skate, which is over at the Reno Ice in South Reno.
Are you getting this guy on skates?
I'm thinking about it.
Are you? Okay.
How high is our insurance?
What time is this event?
Does our insurance
this
cover
will
that?
not cover that. There's no way.
Is this also being live podcasted?
They're doing public skate, which is pretty great, and it's a new arena. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely go check it out.
Where is that?
It's in South Reno.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's over by the library.
Very cool.
Yeah, the library in South Reno, and it's pretty cool, beautiful location, pretty new to the city of Reno. Friday, March 7th, 2025, 11:30 to 12:30, so it's an hour, and they do it a lot. So check out their website and see when the times are, but normally you can't just go and skate at Reno Ice. It's not an all the time kind of thing. So to be able to go there without a different organization or anything else, this is definitely a way to go and do some ice skating, and it's public skate. So definitely go get some ice skates and go on over.
You know what? Just a quick shout out. I do remember that arena now because they're a big supporter of Nevada Peer Support Network, and we appreciate the fundraisers they throw for us. So they're a great organization. So definitely go support them.
I'm running out of talking steam. I'm going to need your help, Chaz. This is our third episode that we've done today.
The best for last.
Best for last.
Wes
I know.
Duncan.
I know.
You brought a lawyer in to start talking. There you go. I see what's going on here.
You remind me of like a pro NBA player, though. I could see you being in the NBA.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely it's going to be a great time. There's a lot of different dates, but I did want to highlight that. I always want to encourage our listeners and viewers to go and be active. Go be a part of the community. Maybe meet someone new. Do more than just stay home. There's always something to do in Reno Sparks. There really is. There's so many opportunities to be able to be a part of the community and maybe meet someone that you've never met. The second event we wanted to highlight is someone that's been on the show, Pause for Love. They present Pause to Read on Saturday, March 8th, which is this Saturday, and that will be from 11 to 12, and the location is the Sparks Library on 12th Street in Sparks. So that's a great thing. If you have a kiddo who's not so sure about reading to people, you can have your kids read to dogs, which is kind of cool. It's a great program to help encourage kids to read and be around different people, and dogs help kind of calm the mood a little bit.
I want to share a quick story. It really does make a difference. Pet therapy is just amazing, just being able to pet an animal. My neighbor who I was trying to help, he unfortunately was shot at the VA, and he was killed. And, the police officers were protecting the hospital, but I did officiate the memorial and celebration of life for his 94-year-old mother, Ella, who came to town from Vegas. And, he had been struggling with narcotics use and mental health issues for quite some time. And it's definitely an unfortunate situation, but it had been a long week. And after I officiated the celebration of life, the mom donated the flowers to the hospice guest house. And I went over there, and I was in a rough place. It's been a long and emotional day. We want to save people, and it's not our job to fix them, and we try to help people, and sometimes it doesn't work out. But anyways, we have a pet therapy dog there sometimes, and it's a miniature husky. And so I was able to go deliver those flowers. I just sat there for probably a half hour, and she uses, I forget the husky's name, but she uses him for Paws for Love and different pet therapy outreach for CASA and some other organizations. And so I encourage you, it is great therapy just to be able to pet a dog, an animal, and how fun to take the family to go do Paws to Read.
Yeah, no, I think it's really cool, a cool service to the community. I know definitely some kiddos that would be nervous and that just being able to just read to a dog out loud. I know as a child, I definitely had some issues reading out loud, and I was the kid that my parents got pulled aside. Hey, I think you may need some extra help and support.
Yeah.
So to be able to have that, to be able to have a service where it's free and in a low pressure environment is pretty cool.
Look, now you're an amazing executive director of a very successful nonprofit.
Well, God works in mysterious ways. I do believe that. I was convinced I was going to be a rock star. No, that's what I was convinced I was going to be.
You did have a band. Most people don't know that. Yeah. Fun fact.
I don't talk about it a lot. But yeah, definitely it's a good thing for the community.
We did decide maybe we're going to do a fundraiser and he'll do some music. That'll be fun.
What'd you play?
A little bit of everything. My main instrument's guitar, though.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be good times.
Yeah. Well, I am actually working on a few original songs for it, so that'd be kind of fun.
Music is healing as well, right? I mean,
absolutely.
It's important.
Yeah, music's a big deal. All right.
Okay, Rob McLaughlin said, "So be it. Dogs are awesome for sure."
Dogs are awesome for sure. I agree. And yeah, there's a lot going on in the community. We always want to encourage you to be a part of what's happening, because without you being a part of the community, there is no community, right?
Right.
Just listening to the show, having those talking points with your friends, learning about events in the community, and just being a part of the culture of the city of Sparks and the city of Reno, without you doing that, without you deciding to do that. I mentioned this on the show a couple times. I love to just sit at Lighthouse Coffee and do my work there.
I was there this morning with Christopher Dare,
right.
Actually.
I always,
in a meeting.
I always see someone I know.
There's like 5 people sometimes.
And to be able to just have those conversations with people I know. And I've had Paul Anderson come over. I'm like, hey, Paul, could you look at this real quick? I'm working on this flyer. What are your thoughts? and then he's like, oh yeah, of course, Dave. Yeah. And so, but that's what community is about, is getting to know people, getting to know names and faces, and really working hard to be present. It's hard to be present, isn't it?
It is. It's exhausting too. I mean, it's important, but it is hard. Just like being present right now, after a long Monday.
It's been a long Monday, I know. But it's such a blessing. And we wouldn't be doing this without you. We work really hard to make sure you guys get an episode every single week. So thank you guys for just listening to Chaz and I talk about something and nothing sometimes.
Yeah, well, it's all about being stronger united. We're better together, and I really do believe that. And it's important just to come together as nonprofits and community leaders and bringing elected officials on, just so you get to know the person and what they're representing and what's out there and available to our community members, and learning more about those functions. So thank you. Without further ado, Mr. Wes Duncan, City Attorney for the City of Sparks.
And a really good guy.
And a really good guy. Like I said, I always have a good time when Wes is on. There's usually some jokes cracked, and I'm not the only one being made fun of by Dave. So,
So Wes, what are you doing? For those who maybe have not seen our last episode with you on, you were on how long ago? Oh, half a year ago now or
I was
something.
trying to think. It's probably been at least 8 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You've
I think
had
you're right.
a baby, and
I've had a baby.
Yeah.
I have one at home too. So, great things. I appreciate the introduction, and we really do live in a really big-hearted community where people really care about a lot of different issues. So, City of Sparks is chugging along. We are definitely facing some challenges, as our other local government partners are with our fiscal challenges. It seems that revenues are still kind of coming in, but as everyone is experiencing, whether you're going to the grocery store, you're at the gas pump, or
Yeah, we were just talking about eggs for quiche.
Yeah.
My mom made quiche, and
Oh
it's
my
expensive.
goodness, eggs! Don't get me started. I love eggs, and every time I go to Costco, it seems like they're all sold out. All sold out. They have a sign that says limit 3 eggs per family.
But I see some people with carts of eggs when they come in. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought you had to smuggle eggs out of Costco? I mean, but so all of those things are the city's definitely facing challenges in terms of how do you make ends meet, right? You have to balance your budgets. You have to meet certain fiscal responsibilities, and you got to be responsible both to giving a service to your community,
Correct.
both financially, but also to ensure that the wheels of government are still moving, right? For your roads and your services and your parks, and trying to do other projects where you're partnering with other great agencies like yourselves of trying to provide a service and everything. And so, I think it's each government in this region and really across the nation, right? They're facing different challenges as that goes, and a lot of times that. Our city is anywhere from about 14 to 18 million in a deficit. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so, when you think about a huge portion of our budget is of people, the people that work for us, and the great people that make the city go forward and everything. And so, it's just I think going to be some difficult challenges ahead. I'm always optimistic that we're gonna, we'll get through it. But I think if you're, a person that prays, pray for your community. Pray
sure.
that you give wisdom to our leaders and our policymakers of making hard decisions, and while also providing a level of service that people come to expect.
Well, one thing I do agree, we have a great community, and in northern Nevada, specifically Sparks, Reno, Washoe County, we really do come together when we need to. And I've noticed that when there's a big need, people will step up, and we'll just have to support each other through those challenges.
Yeah, and I think it's just to realize that while there's tough decisions to be made at the city level, and sometimes the city is not able to partner with as many agencies that it wants to, that hopefully it's for a time, and you'll make the decisions that you have to now, and you'll get out of it as we kind of get into the future. But confident in our leadership in our city, and I think that we're having the right discussions, and our elected officials, our city council in particular, who approves budgets and does all that, are definitely going to have some challenge and some hard decisions to make.
Well, it's crazy. Hey, Christopher Dare says, "Hello, Wes. Thanks for coffee, Chaz. How is the kiddo, David? Kiddo is great.
He's not crying because Uncle Chaz isn't holding him.
Oh.
So can we tell about this? Okay. I saw this picture. I said, let me see a picture of this beautiful kiddo. And Chaz's like, oh, here I am. Chaz is like putting this guy in a sleeper hole.
Okay,
and he was wondering why. He was wondering why he was frowning.
The worst part was that
I'm not letting this guy near my kid. You're gonna put him in a sleeper hold.
Ouch! Can you hear me?
Yeah. I had to turn it down. You were laughing pretty loud.
Oh, thanks. So Nika, Dave's wife, is looking over at baby Stevie crying in my arms, and she literally gives me the biggest smile I've ever seen her have, and she was just laughing about it. I was like, like, this is
I was
great.
laughing too. You just didn't look at me. I was like, that's funny.
Oh, man.
Because you were trying to take a picture with Donald, and who else was in the picture?
It was you.
Oh, was it me?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I saw it. I thought it was funny.
But congratulations on, you just had another baby boy, right?
Yeah,
A
we
while
had our
back?
fourth
Congrats.
child. So I have 3 boys and 1 girl. Theodore, we call him Teddy.
Love that.
And
Teddy, I
he's
like
9
it.
months today.
So, you sleeping good, Wes?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Depends on
Last
the
night,
night.
not so much. He woke up at 3. But yeah,
Well, thanks for being here despite
Of
that.
course.
We appreciate that.
of course.
Well, yeah, no, we really appreciate it. I love these kinds of longer form conversations with people like you, Wes, because it really like peels back like who you are as a human being,
Yeah.
rather than just the city official. And you are very accessible, like we've said. You are a kind-hearted person, like truly, and you remember things about our show. You remember things about our families, and which can't be said about everyone who is a city official.
Yeah.
So I hate to say it like that, but that's the reality. So I do appreciate that. And Rob McLaughlin says budget is challenging.
Budget challenges are throughout the community.
We'll figure it out.
We will all figure it out. Yep.
Yeah, it's true. And then Christopher says, "Oh well, thanks, Wes, for all you do." I saw that picture. I thought it looked like a wrestler.
Oh, come on,
Back
guys.
to Chaz. Back to
That's
Chaz.
wonderful.
Back at
This is
it.
going to get around the community. He was
Chaz.
wrestling a baby. Put him in the
Isn't
headlock.
Christopher
Thanks.
on next week? Isn't he on next week?
Yeah, for the Nevada State. Oh, my goodness. The Veterans Memorial. Yeah.
Poor Jazz.
The Nevada Veterans Memorial.
Oh man. Oh, Andrea Pelto, Wes Duncan is a Sparks hero.
Want to
That's
give?
right.
I agree. I second that. Andrea, he's a good man. I want to give a shout out to Andrea. She's in Florida taking care of her dad, and she was actually hospitalized with pneumonia.
Oof.
And we're so grateful that you're released and with your
Well,
dad
I miss
at
seeing
home.
her. I haven't seen her in.
Well, she's been in Florida taking
Okay.
care of her dad.
Well,
and-
when she comes back, come see me.
You hear that, Andrea? You got to get back
Come
here so you
back.
can have coffee with Wes, and then you can help me with all our stuff. She's an amazing advocate for our seniors and in the
she's-
community. She's a
she's
pillar.
Force
Amazing,
of
amazing.
nature in the city, and we appreciate her.
And then Rob McLaughlin, poor Stevie. Oh, there's Grandpa Rob.
So whenever we get this many comments, I always am like, I feel so bad for the audio listener. So if you're the audio listener listening on Spotify and stuff later, I apologize. If you'd like to join the comments, you can always join the comments on Facebook on our Good Shepherd's Close Closet page and join in, have the conversation with us, ask questions, or just comment. And hopefully we'll talk about it live on air, and if not, we'll talk about it the next week. So join the conversation. That's what this is all about, is community conversations, and it really is being a part of being the change you want to see in the world. You haven't mentioned that lately.
I've been letting you do it.
I know.
Yeah.
You have, and it's actually, we always say it wrong. We always say want, and it says wish right there on the screen.
Yeah,
Dang it.
It's in the eye of the beholder. Be the change you want to see in the world.
So yeah, let's peel back that that version of Wes a little bit more. What inspires you to kind of keep doing what you're doing?
Yeah.
Like it's not easy.
No,
what you're
that's not
doing is
easy
not
at
an
all.
easy thing. So I mean, there's challenges, a lot of
A
challenges.
lot of heat on that office, right? I mean,
Yeah, I think, I always tell people don't, go see lawyers because they like to hang out with us, right? they usually you're going there because there's a challenge, or you want to, there's something that needs to be looked at to make sure there's not liability in those things. I mean, what really drives me is I genuinely feel like I like to help people.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you have a law degree, and I've had, experience in the military where I still serve. And I genuinely think that local government is government that's really close to the people, and that you have that opportunity to really come alongside and help. And so, part of that, appreciate you all talking about our accessibility, and I appreciate, I really think it's it is funny. Sometimes people, they'll reach out and I just call them right back, you know.
And they're like, what?
They're like, what? How'd I get that?
Yeah, they're like, is this really you? I'm like, yeah, it's no big deal, you know. Like, and so I enjoy that part of the job of connecting with people in our community and trying to help solve problems. And that really drives me each day. We live in a really great community. Every community has challenges, but you know, I think what separates the city of Sparks is their employees really do care about the community that we live in, and I think that you see us trying to do all that we can with the resources that we have to try to serve and to serve wisely and responsibly, and so that really drives just my decision making. And look, my 4 kids live in this community, and so we want to make.
Right.
I always think about the decisions that I make. I think, well, if I was in the shoes of another person, like how does that affect their life, and how does it affect their children's lives?
That's important.
And really, it's that balance and that tension of trying to be really empathetic about the decisions that we make. How does it impact people's lives, and then just trying to be the leader that I would want to serve under.
Right.
You know,
and there's always going to be
that.
good and bad consequences for all different demographics and the people that you're making these decisions for, and the citizens. I mean, it's going to hurt. It could potentially hurt some citizens negatively, and it could greatly help others. And so that's a hard balance to try to find out, how do I best serve the entire community?
Yeah, and I think that for me, I mean, my son's name's Theodore. I love Teddy Roosevelt, and the great Teddy Roosevelt said that people don't know how much, they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Oh,
And I think that is
That's
that
really
connection
powerful.
with local service, it really matters.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to show people that you care and that they're not just a transaction, and that they're real people. And so I try to think about that when we're making decisions within the city. How does this impact real people? People aren't just a statistic.
Right.
They're not just, they are, and you're serving them, right? We're accountable, as an elected official, I'm accountable to our citizens. And so I try to keep that in mind. I love to serve. I love to use my law degree and do those things. And so, hey, I'll keep doing it until they kick me out.
Well, Denise Murray said, thank you. We are grateful. What initially, real quickly, just led you to run for that office versus, doing something that would produce more money as far as like
more profitable?
Yeah, just personal injury. I mean, you decided to go into a tough office and do an important job.
It's how opportunities present themselves, and I look through, as a Christian, I think, hey, the good Lord opens up doors for us, and
Amen.
so 5-6 years ago, if someone said, hey, you're going to be the city attorney in Sparks, I kind of would have said like,
nah,
I don't know about that, that isn't in my life plan, right?
Not sure.
But
Amazing how God does that, right?
But it's really cool because that door was opened, and I had initially the opportunity to come into the city as the chief assistant city attorney, which is the number 2 person in the office. And then the city attorney, the previous city attorney, had been there 28 years.
Wow. Yeah,
And
that's right.
elected for 28 years, and it was really funny because he said, I think I'm only going to do one more term. And then that one term turned to half a term, then it turned into like a quarter of a term.
done.
And then
He
all of
was
a sudden
done.
he came in my office one day and he said, I'm retiring in like 3 weeks. And I'm like, oh, okay. And
Well,
then
Congratulations.
I was very fortunate. And I know Christopher Dare, you said, is going to be on next week.
Yeah.
I was very fortunate that the mayor nominated me, and then the city council unanimously signed off on that decision.
That's
and so
awesome.
I've been in this position since April of 2022, and then was fortunate to be retained in November for my first official 4-year term. And it's great to lead people. Love the people that we have in our office, and it takes a lot of work to try to lead folks and get everybody on the same sheet of music about what direction our office is going,
Absolutely.
and all those different things.
Now, do you personally sit in the city council meetings, or do you guys rotate, or do you have your people do this?
Unless I'm on reserve duty or I'm sick or something like that, I sit in there.
You get sick?
Yeah, just every once in a while.
Having 4 kids, I can imagine.
Just bringing everything in.
So you're serving your country, our country as well. So
I'm still an Air Force reservist. So we do the one weekend a month. So I've been in a little over 18 years doing that. I serve as a JAG. If you've seen A Few Good Men, it's exactly my life. No,
I used to love to watch Jag.
Yeah.
And
it's a good show.
It's a great one.
Yeah.
A great movie.
Yeah.
So if you had a perfect day in Sparks, what would it be?
Oh, that's easy. I would wake up and
have eggs and coffee for free.
Yeah, exactly.
not home. I mean like out, because this was Donald Abbott.
You gotta
Sparks.
specify.
Yeah, sorry, I should specify.
Okay.
Donald Abbott did this on our show a couple times, and he was all like, "This would be my perfect day in Sparks." So I'm always curious about city officials. What's their perfect day in Sparks?
Yeah. So
No lawsuits. No.
Yeah, I can't name actual. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. No, I mean I'd get up with our kiddos, and we love our parks. My kids love our parks in Sparks. They love
cool
Power
parks.
Park. They love a lot of the different. We'll actually kind of rotate and do the parks, but I think we get up and we'd ride our bikes. Probably go grab some. My kids don't drink coffee, but we'd go ride our bikes. We live in a place where we can ride our bike to like a local coffee place.
Cool.
And we'd get some coffee, and then we'd hit the parks, and then grab some lunch at one of our really good Sparks businesses.
What lunch? Where would it be?
Yeah, I love them all.
Oh, you're putting pressure on.
I love them all.
You can't say like that.
Hey,
one
Donald.
restaurant.
Donald
Did he
picked
say?
it for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
He
I'll
picked
talk to him. I'll
restaurants.
talk to him about that later. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Getting my friend in trouble. That's not good.
Well, and shout out to the Parks and Rec department. Those employees do a phenomenal job with lack of resources. Nothing against the city, just it's the constricting of resources with all cities and municipalities. But they do a phenomenal job, and Sparks has some great parks.
Yeah.
Well, I mean the marina too. Just riding our bikes around the marina.
Yeah.
We love to go down to Victoria and watch movies and stuff. It's kind of a cool atmosphere down there, and there's just a lot of different things to do. My kids love to be outdoors, and
that's good.
And downtown Sparks feels relatively really safe consistently. So I want to give you guys props for that, both Sparks Police Department and Chief Crawford. But you're a part of that as well with how you guys execute the different policies. So.
Well, I mean, from our office, we prosecute all the misdemeanor level crimes within the city. So the city attorney, one of the hats that he or she wears is that they're the chief prosecutor in the city as well. Yeah.
Wow.
Chief prosecutor, and then also the head attorney for advising all of our departments in the city. So I take that responsibility. Former prosecutor myself, Air Force prosecutor to. I was a prosecutor at Washoe County and even in Clark County when I lived down there. Well, we take that responsibility, try to keep that responsibility of trying to keep people safe and do what we can.
Yeah.
Busy man.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you so much for being on. I know you got a family to go home to. So thank you for being here. Thank you for making time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This has been fun. It always is fun with you. So we really care about the community, and we care about just community conversations. You guys know that you can find us at getclosed.org, and you can get involved in all sorts of different ways. You can donate financially. You can share this podcast. You can volunteer time. We are a volunteer-led organization. Last year, we gave away $1.2 million worth of clothes for free at thrift store prices to those who need it most, and that's because of you guys. You guys donate clothes. You guys are a part of what we're doing. Thank you to SCF, Sparks Christian Fellowship, for their jean drive that they just did, and for being a consistent financial partner with us as a nonprofit. So you guys did a big jean drive. We got a bunch of men's jeans in the back now.
Awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
That's so amazing. Thank you, guys. And then Rob McLaughlin said, glad you said Air Force. And
yeah, he's ex-Air Force.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
And then Andrea Pelto said, kudos for Wes for his
retired.
senior scam series. That's awesome.
Senior, what
doing
is it?
one tomorrow.
Senior
Doing one tomorrow. We're
scam
still
series.
doing them. Yeah.
Where do we see that or listen?
Well,
to that?
so our office launched it in what was that? September of 2023. So really felt passionate about trying to protect seniors and other vulnerable populations from all the scams. So if you've gotten that text message that says the box was not delivered at one place, it's a scam.
Yeah.
Don't
just
click
even
Don't
like
click it, Chaz.
The fast track. The
Yes.
fast track one's
Yes.
horrible. My aunt almost paid that.
Yep.
Oh.
I got that one this week.
Don't click the link, Chaz.
I know.
So the best way to protect yourself, we always say, is that your default should always be that this is a scam
Yeah.
and start from that place. You got to disprove that it's not a scam rather than the other thing. And for a lot of people, that's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Especially our senior community grew up in a different time.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. And thank you for being here, Wes. And we hope to have you back soon, okay?
Will do.
We help over 800 people a month, no matter what. We're asking you to come alongside and help one. All right. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.